if I'm gonna be at the point where I'm keeping these animals in my life, all right, dude. We're in a room with a reptile. This is the reptile you don't want to be in a room with the most.
1, 2, 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 5.
And those of you that know, you know, these snakes they're no joke. Looks like it'd be velvet, silky smooth, but they're actually somewhat keeled scales. There's really nothing better than a Cobra Day.
Oi, I'm talking here.
Ladies, gentlemen, they, thems of all ages, welcome back to another fun episode. As you can see, we are here at Chandler's Wild World. We're doing wild things with the wild boys. We got snakes, we got crocodiles, we got otters, we got other animals too that we're gonna talk about a little bit later. 1 episode, 2 episodes, 5 episodes, who even knows? I sure don't. That's what makes it so fun. We're starting with what we know and love, deadly Australian elapids. King brown snake, a very serious snake. I've worked with this individual before, but it's been quite some time. We're gonna go ahead and get this thing out. Clean poop, clean shed, do what we do.
Clean poop.
Okay, real quick, this guy had chorizo eggs Benedict for breakfast, and it's been causing problems for all of us, all right?
Put it out, then in, I always say.
Very obviously an extremely deadly snake, a twitchy snake, a fast-moving snake. Snake we need to be very careful with, and look at him. He said, oh, you're not my daddy. Don't come in here touching me, Pepe.
He said, unless you got a blooming onion for me, you don't come in here.
What a freaky animal. First snake of the day. Our pros here up at Chandler's Wild World, but guess what? I'm still not one. So, you know, I'm actually gonna, never mind. Just a little twitchy is all, it's fine. Just a king brown, nothing too crazy. We're gonna put him in there and then I'll talk about him, guys. We're gonna put him in there and then I'll talk about him. How did that plan sound, Mom? Sound pretty good? Deep breath in, deep breath out. Got the heart rate going. Had a little bit of caffeine this morning, so the shakes are there.
So these guys, they're not the most venomous in Australia. They have the biggest venom yield. So
deadliest question mark?
they can kill you if they have enough venom, if it's a big enough specimen. But these guys, for the most part, it's just a necrotic bite. It's like cytotoxins. So it's not close to the taipan. It's more so just so much venom like a king cobra, where it just puts you in toxicity overload. So if you get bit by a 7-8 footer, it's gonna make you feel,
luck.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad for you. It's gonna cause so much necrosis. Some people have gotten whole arms amputated.
Guys, I like my arms. I like them. They're one of my best features. All right, we're gonna go ahead and keep our arms. And this is what, a 3 or 4 year old snake, so he could potentially double in size or something.
No, actually, this snake's old. This snake's probably
Really? Why
like,
is he so little?
I think this snake might be actually around 10 years old. This snake is a pygmy king brown. So there's actually like 4 to maybe 5 different species of pygmy king brown that only get around this size.
Interesting.
The first ever king brown that I caught was a pygmy king brown species in Western Australia. And these guys, like I said, they're not the most toxic of the Australian venomous snakes, but they have the biggest venom yield of any venomous snake out there. So they've broken the record for most venom in one bite when milking.
Of any venomous snake?
Of any venomous snake in Australia.
Oh, okay.
So these guys, the typical king brown gets about 8 feet long. You can imagine a big fat king brown is massive, huge head, huge venom yield. So very similar to the king cobra throughout Asia. They have so much venom, it puts the prey into toxicity overload. And just like the king cobra in Asia, these guys are eating other reptiles, specifically venomous snakes and lizards. So they kind of work the same way. So this is like the king cobra of Australia, just not as vibrant with colors and no giant hood or anything like that. Same family as the red-bellied black snake, so the whole family is called the black snake family. And these guys would be, I would assume, the biggest of the black snake family. I don't think anyone gets bigger than a true king brown. And then the Colette snake is in the same family, so top 15 most venomous in the world. Papuan black snake from Papua New Guinea that I have is in the same family, and that's the most venomous in the whole family alone. And he can be chill, but he's so twitchy, he's so dangerous. My buddy got him as a tiny little baby, probably like, man, it could be like 10 years ago now, like long time ago. Originally from Tom Crutchfield, and then gifted to Albert Killian, some of the OG snake dudes. Yeah. And then as time goes on, he wanted to retire, and he had raised the snake up to basically an adult, and he gifted the snake to me when I lived at the Everglades Outpost. So super cool, because like these true Australian snakes are hard to get in United States collections.
That's the trippiest thing. I know I say it kind of frequently when I'm up here filming with Chandler's Australian snakes, but in Australia, dude, these animals don't look. There's no aposematic coloration. There's no warnings. There's no hooding up. It's simply just brown snake that can kill you. it's a pretty repetitive thing. You gotta know your stuff when you're out in Australia. It's a whole different ball game when you're messing with nothing. When you're messing with snakes out there, because one, half the time you're in Australia messing with snakes, you're in the middle of nowhere, you know what I mean?
Spicier.
All right, next up, pretty fun snake here. Thankfully, same species last time we were here. We were dancing a little too close to the fire, but this is a single snake in this cage, so it should be not easier, but it's a different situation. Nasha, the Indian cobra. Like I said last time, this is the cobra that everyone thinks of a monocled cobra, and then they picture an Indian cobra. They have pretty similar hoods in terms of fake. What's that term I'm looking for there? Where it looks like it's eyeballs. Optical illusion, maybe? Optical illusion, perhaps? Wow.
Look at that snake. Beautiful Indian cobra. Beautiful, right on the ankle.
Yeah, really what you want there from an Indian cobra is going to be just a little hooding. We don't want it to get close to me. No. You guys know I'm working on getting my lap day hours, so you'll have to forgive me if I don't joke around as much, but I'm trying to be as serious as possible when doing this in the last couple of weeks, because if I'm going to be at the point where I'm keeping these animals in my life, it is very different than just coming on here, making some wiener jokes, and dealing with an African bush viper. These are a different level of animal, and I have to treat it as such, so when I'm actually working hard, sometimes it's a little more difficult for me to be a silly goose, but I'm still always going to be your silly Duffy boy, I promise.
I mean, them things bite on God.
On Lord, they do. One wrap around my wrist, I don't want it. Oh, yeah. Pro snake handler Duff does nature stuff here. Oh, nothing. You can see. I would say my skills have actually gone down since I stopped working for Tyler with the Lapids, because as much as at the time it really bothered me, Tyler would really push me to work with snakes I was a little uncomfortable with, and I was a better snake handler because of it. And lately I haven't really been leaving my comfort zone, and if I'm going to bring these snakes into my life, it needs to become my comfort zone again. So we're working on that.
1, 2, 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 5.
Nausea.
Make you nauseous when you get bit.
Do they?
Yeah.
Was it bad?
Not for me, but somebody else puked their brains out.
One of the most signature looks in the entire reptile world, if not the whole animal kingdom, the Indian cobra's hood. That was pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I can do it.
All right, the Indian cobra, Naja coming out. And I love it. She's a beautiful snake, but we're gonna just go straight into her home. I'm not at the point with some of these snakes where I'm gonna be showing off. This is just me bringing you guys along on my journey, be getting more and more comfortable with these Lapids. Not gonna be someone I'm not just for you guys. To be honest with you, I love you. I thank you for watching my videos, but at the end of the day, it's my life, and I'm not gonna risk it. The most important part about getting a venomous snake out, like I always say, is putting that venomous snake back safely, securely, keep us and that snake safe. That's what we love to do.
I taught him that. Me.
He told me that. Him. Bomba claro, wagwan brethren. We are here to take out Albino, Monocled, Cobra, man. A real bad man snake at Chandler. Real bad man.
23 kids, 31 on the way. Real bad man.
All right, guys. ADHD affects families in all sorts of ways. Now, this is just another example of a snake that... Yeah, there you have it. We're going to get him out, and we're going to go on the floor with him. Come on out. Okay. Hey.
Very thick snake.
Settle that down. This is your classic cobra behavior. Put it up, defensive. This is not an aggressive behavior. This is that snake saying, yo, Pepe, why'd you just bother me? Why are you in my home? I prefer you be elsewhere. Oh, unfortunately, buddy, you're in a lapid, which means you pooped all over your glass, your hide box, everything. So I gotta put you in the snake holding receptacle. I gotta clean your poop. Be painless, nice and easy. Look at that hood though. There's really nothing better than a cobra that...
Oi! I'm talking here.
No, hey! Dude, pay attention to me. I'm the handsome one. Look at that beautiful snake. Albino monocled cobra. One of the more common species, or one of the more common traits in the pet trade, venomous trade, is an albino monocled cobra. Doesn't make them any less badass, any less just beautiful. What an incredible animal this is. We're gonna do what we need to do. We're gonna put the snake away, respect this animal, catch my breath. and keep pushing. All right, buddy. Oh, man. Look at that. So let him rest right there. You can see Chandler is doing the gigolo shake, trying to get the snake's attention. If he's on Viagra, the snake will strike. If he's not, I don't know what rhymes with strike. Let's just put this thing away. Like I said, guys, my quips, they're not quite there today because
You're not quite quippy.
I'm not quippy because I'm more worried about being alive and safe. Alrighty, guys, we're gonna get this feisty monocle cobra out, and you can see he said, "Pepe, I was easy on you coming out of the cage, but put me back in. We're gonna go on." All right, dude. I'm pretty sure he just said like and subscribe and buy merch and book a tour at Chandler's Wild World. I'm not positive that that's what he said. He might have also said that between me and Chandler, it smells like an actual fart house in here. One of the two. We'll see. We'll find out. We're gonna get him out nice and carefully. Nice and carefully. I'm gonna set him right here, Mason. So just, oh, maybe I'm not. Oh, hey, how are you? I thought you were Zach, bro. I was like, what are you doing right here?
Hey, this is okay, right? You said it's a chill cobra.
I was like, dude, get out of here. I'm gonna try to just guide him. There we go. There we go. He was definitely feistier on the way out, but the nice thing is he's going on the ground.
That was close. Cut.
And secure. All right, guys, the snouted cobra. Common theme in today's video, this thing, you don't want to get bitten by it, all right? So we're gonna, oh, nothing. I'm the king of not taking eye boxes out and then regretting it. But that's fine. Did you just touch me?
No.
That was Zach.
Focus on the snake. Dumb.
All right. Is he going up the wall? He is. This is why, guys, vision cages suck. We're just gonna wait a second. He's right up here on the, yep, there he is. Perfect. These vision cages really can be a pain in the ass. Like, you don't want to reach in there when your snake's head is God knows where. One of my favorite species of cobra, and this is a really good looking
Such a
individual
good looking
as well.
animal.
And it's what, about a year and a half old, 2 years old?
This one's probably going on 2, yeah.
And this
Or
is
a year and a half.
This is not by any means a nice cobra, but you can see she's not too inclined to hood up. Chandler's obviously very comfortable with this animal.
I want to inspect her. I don't look at her that much. Or him.
Inspect the creature.
Make sure this animal.
Make sure every scale is perfect. No mites, no nematodes, no nothing. And these cobras have big old heads. I love the venom glands on
Huge
these cobras.
Nasty venom too.
Like for this small of a snake to have that big of a bulge on the back of the head there, that's pretty gnarly stuff there, guys. So I'm gonna.
There was a kid who wanted to mess with these snakes, and Tyler and I both knew him. He's still alive. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to this guy's house and go mess with his cobras." And Tyler and I both, in separate phone calls, were like, "Hey, you don't have that much experience. Don't go over there and start like free handling or anything," because we knew he's super gun ho. Grabs one of these snakes, like a 6-footer, at this dude's house where he gave him way too much freedom. The dude takes out a cell phone like this while he's holding it like an Indian cobra or monocled, doing this. And I guess on camera, it really bites him on the shoulder. Next thing you know, they had to gut his shoulder out and take all of the necrotic flesh.
This theme of like, well, it's a bad example because if you handle, like when you guys handle this way, the way I look at it is, if you're an adult human being and you do something you saw someone else do because they made it look easy, what are we even doing, you guys? You don't go watch DK Metcalf jump 40 inches in the air, one hand catch a football over an NFL defensive back, and slam his nuts over someone's head and think, oh, well, I could do that too. It sounds silly, but this is the exact same shit, handling these snakes the way that these guys do. They are professionals. The warnings that they put at the beginning of the videos are not just for courtesy. You will die. You can and will die. It's not a joke. It's not a game.
I don't do backflips. I see people doing backflips all the time. It's one of the most common thing you can do. I can't do a backflip. I'm not going to do it because I know if I try, I could break my neck. So simple as that.
The warnings are real. The reason that I'm not joking around as much when I'm doing this with these elapids, I'm not as comfortable with a tree viper. Yeah, I'll sing a little song, I'll do a little dance, whatever it is.
I can do this, but you can't.
and honestly, but seriously though, people's egos will make it seem like that's what it is. They're like, oh well, they think you think you're better than me. Anyone who ever says, oh, you think you're better than me, that's them projecting that they think they're worthless. Just a fun fact for you guys.
And you need to look in the mirror and know that you have value. No matter who you are in the world, you have value and do something great with your life.
We might sound like we're joking around, but that's real shit, man.
Wake up in the mirror,
feeling
smile
like,
at yourself, and piss excellence. Because that's what we do.
I'm the best there is. I wake up and I piss excellence every morning. Something along those lines.
Yeah, I drive with a cougar.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm dating a cougar. Pretty cool. All right, let's put this thing.
I thought she was like 18.
She said she was 12!
She was 12! Pay attention, sniper.
Alrighty. And that cobra behaved really well for me, but that doesn't mean on the way out it still will. We're gonna secure this snake holding receptacle, and we're gonna clean some more poop. Because you guys know how much I love snake poop. Now, it's those of you, those OG Duff Does Nature Stuff, before I was Duff Does Nature Stuff fans, you might remember.
Duff does online gaming stuff.
When I was just Pepe, dude. When I was just Alex. Back when I was just
Duff dumps
Alex.
crickets in school bathroom.
No, that's just allegedly.
Allegedly. Thousands of crickets
You
leave.
might remember when I first started working for Tyler, he had one of these, and it was ancient.
Oh, yeah.
Cataracts, bulges. It was such an old snake, and it was huge. Well, it got so big because it's the 3rd largest species of cobra in Africa. Pretty darn cool, right behind the forest cobra and the Egyptian cobra. And I knew that fact without Chandler telling me it. I didn't. Pretty darn cool. And Tyler's was huge. Tyler's was probably what, 9 feet at least?
It was probably like a 7 foot, maybe 6
You
foot.
think really
snake.
only 6-7 feet? Bro?
Yeah, our imagination just blows everything up. Like when I tell people how big my wiener is, I mean, it's 7 feet long too.
That's called elephantitis, and you need to go to the doctor. Parents tell me, they're like, oh, we love watching your videos with our kids. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, when people say that, I'm like, sometimes I'm like, "Ugh," like.
Well, you at least are like educational.
Well, I curse here and there, you know.
I only
I
curse.
can't not curse. I'm from Miami.
Yeah, dude.
My dad was a cop. Like I curse.
Alrighty, guys. Next up is a species of snake that's really near and dear to my heart. This is actually the first species of venomous snake I ever owned, which is, looking back, kind of a little psycho for this to be my first venomous snake in terms of toxicity, in terms of venom yield. The Gaboon viper is intense. Largest fangs of any venomous snake. Very, very deadly venom. Very fast strike. But when I had a little noodle, you know what I mean? No problem at all. This, however, is not a little noodle. This is a big old gordito of a Gaboon viper. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this snake out. I'm gonna go right down in front of the snake holding receptacle. The way these snakes caterpillar crawl across the ground is one of my favorite things that any venomous snake does. The Bitis family has just such a unique body style and such a unique movement. Really only like a blood python does the same thing. And blood pythons are whack. I like crit pythons way more. Let's get this snake out. Remember, extremely, extremely fast striking snake, not the fastest moving snake, and not a snake who you want to get envenomated by. Kind of a common theme here at Chandler's Wild World, don't get bitten. Kind of just a common theme in life, you know what I mean?
That's what Manny Quay would say to me for years.
Don't get bitten. Just don't get bit, bro.
And then I got bitten and stopped commenting that.
Yeah, well. Oh, yeah. Heavy body snake, so we want to be very quick, very gentle with her. Oh, yeah. Look at this beauty. Gaboon vipers, I've always loved them because they almost look like they're made of velvet. I don't know how well the camera picks this up, but it looks like it'd be velvet, silky smooth, but they're actually somewhat keeled scales. They're not quite smooth like a mamba, but they're not quite keeled, you know, crazy keeled like a rattlesnake or like a bushmaster. But they definitely are bumpy snakes. You can see why this is called Bitis rhinoceros. Look at those elongated scales right up on the nose. We're gonna hopefully get this snake to just start caterpillar crawling. She's a little unsure right now because some weird guy with a mustache just kidnapped her out of her home and dropped her on the concrete. So hopefully she just gets comfortable with the smells. We're just gonna stay quiet. Hopefully she'll start crawling. Get some real cool shots of her just inching her way along. Some of the most unique movement in the animal kingdom. I really, really love it. She's really starting to move now.
It's like being a kid trying to pet hermit crab your butt. It's not do shit.
I swear, it's gonna do something any second. Fun fact, my first pet was a hermit crab, and his name was Cooley. My sister had one named Pretty. If you're wondering how long my snake naming skills have been like that, my green Solaris Greenie, my blue Solaris Bluey, I've always been very, very creative. Cooley actually passed away when he pinched me, and I flung my finger around until he let go, and he smashed into my ceiling.
Brother, same story here, but I put him on my tongue, and my hermit crab was latched on my tongue, and I was spinning around the room like, I swear to God, bro. Hermit crabs are funny.
So yeah, we were destined to be buddies. We were either gonna be on the short bus together, or we were gonna be in a snake room together. It was a coin flip, and we ended up in a snake room together, so it's a hell of a world. She's caterpilling a little bit. You can see the way she, sorry baby, works those ventral scales. There's no serpentine at all with the Gaboon viper. It's just ba-boom, 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 doo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo. Same with the rhino viper, same with your puff adders, and it's just, it's one of the coolest things, man. Like, it's a slow moving snake. It's kind of an unassuming snake, other than its ginormous arrow-shaped head that holds the largest fangs in the venomous snake world. You can see she's getting close to this dirt pile. We're gonna call it.
She's so beautiful.
I mean, bro, it's just such a cool snake.
I've been so busy lately. I haven't gone to a really just hang out and enjoy snakes like that.
Surprisingly, I mean, I guess not that surprisingly because it is a thick snake, but it's a decently heavy animal. I mean, this is probably like, like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pounds, which doesn't sound like that much, but when it's stretched out, it's not like a dumbbell, you know? It's hard to balance 8, 9 pounds elongated. Ask Mason, he's got a damn pipe down there, and he walks all weird because of it. We're gonna move on. Who knows what's next? Probably Chandler, but I sure don't. So we're gonna close this cage up. Hey, sweet, move your tail for me, would you? Move your tail for me, that's a good girl. And close this. The only reason I closed it,
Damn it!
Chandler, you know you just have to ask if you want to see it. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, these are really not even arguably the 2 craziest snakes in today's video. You see me work with Slipknot. This is the next level. These are Chandler's forest cobras. Like we said when we had that banded cobra out, this is the largest species of cobra in Africa, and it's the 2nd largest on the planet, right? Right behind king cobra.
It's the largest true cobra in the world because they don't consider Yeah, the largest Naja species, and they can get 12 feet or so.
They're fast, they're mean. Guys, they're an African elapid, and those of you that know, you know, these snakes they're no joke. I gotta watch Chandler's back.
Deep in shed.
Make sure this female, now that's the male, he's a bit larger, but
He's got a little growth on his side, but it's just something we have to tube him and lance because we've been deworming him. He was a gift from somebody out of state that didn't want him anymore, and now he's living his life here at CWW. Oi! Okay, so I'm gonna close this while you grab the other one. I'll open it when you're ready.
okay.
She's nasty. She doesn't hood up too much, but she is a biter.
There is something to be said for a cobra that doesn't even hood up but still wants to bite you. It's almost worse when they don't advertise it. Now it's not, it's just honestly the same. It's a snake that can and will do serious damage to you. You have to be careful, you have to be fast, and I'm not gonna sit here and tell you about it.
Do not let her touch your skin.
We're fine here, guys. Like I said, sometimes I just gotta lock in and just...
There you go.
I got nothing to prove to anyone here, guys. I'm not doing this for your entertainment. I am truthfully doing this.
A little bit for that.
Okay, I'm filming it for your entertainment. But I used to do this off camera too. If this is the life I'm gonna live, I have to practice it. Come check these things out. You see the male, he's fiery. You see the female, she didn't hood up much out here, but golly.
They are no joke.
She
That's
is
considered top 5 most dangerous snakes in the world to handle.
My goodness, and you can see why. Look at that performance. Whew. Insane snakes. African snakes in general just have that extra oomph in the attitude. And it doesn't hurt that they're also jet black, lightning fast, and lethal. It's a hell of a combination. This dude's been mouth open, gaping, staring at us this whole time. It's hard to explain to these animals that we're just cleaning their poop. They don't get it. They don't care. At the end of the day, they want you to let go of them. They want you to leave them alone. And for the most part, that's what we do. But every once in a while, I know, dude. Every once in a while, we got to get in there, get hands on. Look at that. Crazy snake. Holy cow. Next level cobra right here. This ain't no Monocled cobra. This ain't even Skittles. And Skittles is a bad bitch, but this is just, I mean, look at that. Every movement. Every single movement.
Every move you make.
Chandler's on the classic rock today, dude.
Every move you
We'll be right back.
take.
All right, guys, we're gonna get these forest cobras out. Chandler's just
Not without a spotter.
Oh, hey, dude, let's get these forest cobras out. What do you think?
Nux.
Nice. Yeah, zoom in on the nuts, Alex, when you're editing this. Oh, no, she's not. She just gave me a good look at her pearly whites, even though she's pearly and black. And there she goes. She just actually, I don't know if it was poop or venom, but launched something all over my leg. I'm hoping poop. Oops, sorry, sweetheart. All right, so she is gonna go back into her hide there. I'll kind of keep an eye on her. And then
We'll just get to the other one.
Oh,
Yeah. Sorry.
good.
Big old forest cobra. I'm gonna change his name from Scar to Donkey Kong. Look at that guy. What a beast of a forest cobra. Lanky, long, dangerous. Real dangerous. But real beautiful. Look at that.
Golly, what a snake that is.
Amazing. Love the species. Deep in shed too, though. Real pretty when it's not deep in shed.
He's gonna look real good once he has that wart removed.
Oh, yeah, I got to tube him and actually lance it and squeeze out the dead subcutaneous parasites because I treated him with Panicure and That should take care of what's inside there. Now I just gotta squeeze out the fluids and whatnot. So real fun.
Did it grow after the parasite died? Is that part of it, or?
No, it's been about the same size, but I always decon everything that snake touches. So like we're gonna decon these hooks and decon the snake on receptacle, which we actually do in between every shot. I'm squirter.
Yeah. So just because it's not on camera, just because it's not in the video, just because it's not in the video doesn't mean it didn't happen. Keep that in mind. So anyways. All right, ladies and gentlemen, a pretty intense outro here. This is Chandler's new King Cobra, who we've seen a little bit on the channel. This is Big Tony. And I'll tell you what, I've seen Big Tony quite a lot. This is about as on one as I've ever seen him. So we're gonna make it quick here. Chandler's gonna be a big solid getting this snake out for me. You have to admire the size of this King Cobra. Easily the most intimidating reptile on the planet. I don't want to hear that saltwater crocodile malarkey. Sure, a crocodile's intimidating. This is more intimidating than a salty, bro. You don't think?
Get in the water with the salty and tell me that.
Well, yeah, in the water. But like I'm saying, if we're in the room, if we're in a room with a reptile, this is the reptile you don't want to be in a room with the most. Maybe a black mamba, but King Cobra just has that certain je sais quoi that I just really gotta love and respect. Easily the most intimidating snake on the planet if we want to just stop there. But I personally believe it's the most intimidating reptile on the planet. Look at me. Don't worry about you.
Ground like crazy.
The snake's onto us. He knows what we want him to do, and he ain't gonna do it. So I'm gonna end it right there, folks. I love you. You know the drill. I couldn't do it without you. I absolutely wouldn't do it without you. I love you. Until next time, make sure you subscribe to me. Make sure you subscribe to Chandler. Follow your dreams. Do what you love. Be friends with people who support you. Don't put yourself around people who don't. Until next time, I love you. We'll see you around. Peace.